What is up, Full Fire Gamers? It is Cameraman Dave here, and today we are back on Arena. It's been a minute since we've been on Arena, so I thought I'd get some gameplay out for you guys. I know you guys are excited about new Standard season, and that's what we are playing today. So today I am playing a version of Self Bounce. I've sort of made a few changes, trying a few bits and pieces. So the main thing I'm doing is, rather than like Slick Shot Show Off, I'm playing Drake Hatcher. I just think this card is a little bit underplayed at the moment. 1-3 is a great stat line, vigilance, prowess, and like making guys is all great. So that's just maybe something to try out and see how that gets on. Then we've got the 4 Edimut Crab to jump in with that as well. And then we've got the suite of stuff you'd expect from Self Bounce: 4 basics, 4 talent, 4 up, 4 sleight of hand, 4 burst lightning, 2 spell pierce, 4 flow state, and then just some little tech choices, I guess. 2 get out, 1 charm, 1 critique, 1 roaring furnace, and then moving on to the sideboard, and then some counter magic and a null spell snare, disable stroke, get out, negate. A little bit more removal in the practical joke. Some graveyard hate in soul guide lantern. Some big boy hate in broadside barrage. A couple of route crackling wits for the grinding matchups, and then a roaring furnace again for more big boy removal. So this deck should be interesting. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be back once we see how the games play out. Just a reminder that Full Fire TCG is your one-stop shop for everywhere, for everything. Sealed product, not just Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, singles. So get down to Full Fire TCG and get yourself a good deal. Anyway, let's stop gabbing. Let's get on with some games. Okay, so we're into game 1 here. I'm on the play. This hand is slow but relatively fine, so I guess I'll just keep it. I like Spell Pierce, I like Prismara Charm, I like the slow state. I'm just going to play this just in case it's another talent deck. I've got Spell Pierce for it on turn 1. And it is not, so I'm going to pay 2 life here. I'm going to cast Sleight of Hand. I'm going to hold up Spell Pierce. Don't need to Charm just yet. I like Drake Hatcher here. I would like to find another land before doing anything with Drake Hatcher, preferably a. So there's the Voice of Victory, which is horrific. Just going to play Drake Hatcher here. So this can block a 1-1, I guess. Momo. And is Drake Hatcher dying? I'd really prefer it's not. So, what could he possibly have here? Nova Hellkite. Wow. Okay. So I will block a 1-1 because I'm not going to die to that. And this is where, if it was Slick Shot, then I would die to that, which is interesting, isn't it? I definitely want to probably do 1-on-1 here. As annoying as it is. This again has vigilance, so again this is going to be fine on blocking as well as attacking. I've got flow state next turn, so Clarion Conqueror. Again, I will just block one of the ones. It doesn't matter which one I block. Desperately. Okay, let's do a flow state here. We'll take that and that. We'll play that tapped, and again, I can't hold up mana, so just gonna do this. Get in. I've now got the potential to kill Voice of Victory on their turn if they just attack out. So that's going well for me. Well enough. Magmatic Hellcat. Okay, so this is like actual factual Boros Dragons, which is fine. You can take the off of that blue there. Well, he can, because I'll just go get a island, but... I mean... Why did that just let... Oh! Clarion Conqueror stops me from... stops me from making a Drake. I've only just realised. Sure. Okay. I think I'm going to need a bit more removal here. Next game. Let's just take the action here. I don't think I'm going to be winning this one because I've got no removal. Yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of X3s. Like, it is tough because, like, the main deck removal is, like, you have to find the one over Roaring Furnace. Why is this so small? There we are. So that's an obvious one. This is an obvious one. Okay, I want a bit smaller now. What else do I dislike? I like Spellsnare, I like Get Out, and then a bunch of broadsides and probably Burst Lightning can go. So that's fine to go because it's not a target. Like the only thing it really hits is Momo, which is like that's fine. Critique's a bit slow, so I'll take that out. Although it can pull duty here, I suppose. But Spell Pierce didn't really seem to have many targets, so that's okay. Yeah, let's run it like that. See how it goes for our first match here. Hopefully this one's a little bit more competitive. But we will see, won't we? So, I mean, this hand looks, pretty much what we want to see. I'll start leading off with Storm Chaser's talent. And then it's a case of, like, I'm potentially going to run it into Draycatcher, depending on their players. If it's like, Blood Crit. Mardu Dragons? I guess you could colour me confused right now. I'm just going to play Draycatcher. And presumably he's got the 1 mana. Yeah, I know he's got a Burst Lightning. Okay, I was expecting. What's the black for? I'm intrigued now. What the black cards are for? So I don't think we saw any black lands game 1. So if it is, then either they were very good at hiding it, or they've sided into it, or it's a very light splash. And we're just going to go for hardcore removal. That's fine. I think I'm fine just using Flow State as bad anticipate here. I would like a land. Yeah, let's go with that. Just because if I want a broadside next turn, I need 3 lands. And that then will set up Flow State. There's the Voice of Victory. But I don't get why you wouldn't have played this like a few turns ago, really. But here we are. So I'm gonna get my value where I can. So I'm gonna kill that, play that, and then I'm like thinking about, okay, what's coming next? It's gonna be land and the Magmatic Hellkite. No, it's Sarkhan. Okay, well it turns out there is a target for. Okay, there's no dragons in hand, and there's a Rest in Peace. So Flow State is off the table. Crab is not looking great. I'm totally okay here with doing a Roaring Furnace. Just to kill this. I have Broadside in hand. So it's absolutely okay. I'm going to go Flow State here. And I'm going to find Boomerang Basics. And I'm just going to turn the audio down just a smidge, because it's quite loud for me. Yeah, there's Momo. Like, I couldn't care less. Do I want to pick up? I think I'm just going to pick up the removal spell. Like this, I've got 2 threats in hand. I only basically make Otter, so like it's fine. Just kill their creatures. they've kept quite a reactive, like interactive hand. Like they've had a few threats, but it's mostly been removal and interactions. So but by me just taking away their few creatures that they do have, it should have put me in a good position. And he's going to. I'm going to opt in response to that because they're going to magnetic Hellkite. Do I care about Storm Chasers here? I don't think I do. With ooh, do I care? Do I care? I mean, it is a guy. I suppose I'll take our threat I can cast. I'm just gonna get Island here, and this Hellkite's gonna go bye bye. Just gonna do it now while I've got the opportunity to do so. Probably chuck away this crab. Yeah, I'll chuck away our crab. But I've now got double Storm Chasers, so I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling absolutely fine here. Clarion Conqueror couldn't level these up anyway. Well, I could, but there's no point in doing so. That door unlock is gonna get really annoying. Slow and slow. Yeah, I'm gonna unlock this. There's no like super rush, and I'm fine with just like drawing some more threats here. Maybe this is wrong to go take this nice and slow, but yeah, I look like the read is my opponent has nothing. That's not an activated ability. Gain the next level as a sorcery to its ability. Yeah. Well, the more you know. So I definitely think I want to go talent here. I very likely want to go talent. Can't activate. Actually, can't activate that. Talent. Okay, reader's no removal. Let's just go for a flow state here. I want to be setting up for the following turn. I'm okay with get out here because get out is either counter the next big dude or bounce 2 talents. And again, my opponent just seems to be land only. I'll keep this opt because I want the prowess trigger. Right, so let's start with basics. This should be quite a bit of damage here, to be fair. So basics, pick up the talent, see what I draw. I draw a land. No reason not to play that. Play this. So I can do 1, 2, 3 more spells. So that's 6. I can do 12 this turn if I really wanted to. I'm gonna save the get out because I want to do it on this turn where it's gonna be. Okay, yeah, it's brilliant. Like this just gives me like all sorts of leeway here. To chuck another crab away. Opponent's gonna take 10 here, and then I'm gonna be doing get out talent next turn, which is probably gonna be lethal. So even through a rest in peace where I can't cast my crabs, I can't level up my talents, we still win. And we stay winning. Stay toxic, gang. Okay. Yep, opponent has got no cards in hand. Cool. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do... Pick both of those up. Play this. This is 6. Yeah, you just realised that that's going to be enough, yeah. Sweet. Okay, so we saw rest in peace. How does that change our sideboarding? Disdainful Stroke is like okay. I have the only thing I've really seen is Hellkite, and I mean the 2 Hellkites are above the curve, but I'm not sure I want to bring in a Disdainful Stroke just for that. Spell Pierce will get rest in peace, but I'm not too fussed about it. Negate. I don't want to bring. I don't want a 2 mana. And then it's just whether I want to cut some number of crab and bring back like some rows or something. I think that'd be fine. Cut 2 crabs here and play 2 rows. Just to hedge against rest in peace. Anything else I want? Traumatic critique is a potential. I think I'm fine without it though. Yeah, I think I'm happy like that. Like there's a consideration for maybe -1 crab +1 critique, but I think it's sort of all comes out in the wash really. Okay, so opponent's going to be going first, which can be a bit scary with the Hellkite and the Boros dragons, just because they can like go Momo into like a turn 2 Hellkite. So I'm okay with this hand. Like no Momo is great. I'm gonna do Spyblock now because I want to. Like arena players just force it anyway. It doesn't matter. But like if I was in a normal game, I'd be representing Spell Pierce here. You know. And also, I don't want to draw too many Spybluff canals like that. I'm not going to block here because it looks like my opponent's angling for a Burst Lightning because they went pause and realised they could do something. So I just want to. I don't want that smoke, as the kids say. I'm gonna do Drake Catcher here and Storm Chaser's Talent. What I could have done is Storm Chaser's Talent attack, see if they block. They'd never be blocking with Clarion Conqueror though. But if they did, then you would blow them out with Prismara Charm. I can. That's what the black's for. We figured it out. Yeah, they know they can no longer attack with that, so that's fine. Let's do you bounce you. We can have a big turn here, I think. Okay, that changes things somewhat considerably. This gets them to 3 if he then blocks, I then blow them out. I'm gonna be a bit brave here. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna force the issue and see if my opponent blocks. No, brilliant. In that case, I would like to return this back, so I have access to all my drakes. And that's a big hit. And I just wait. I don't need to. Again, I don't need to do it right the second. As soon as Clarion Conqueror resolves, that's when I will have to activate it. Okay, activate. Activate. And like, I'm feeling okay here. Yeah, I'm fine. Rest in peace. Like, who cares? So you can enter this turn with deal damage, deals twice that much damage instead. Sure. Let's do a broadside barrage. Okay, opponent's had enough. What can I say? Drake actually looked really good. Game 3 there looked really poor game 1, and then we didn't see it game 2. But like this turn, I'm going to blow this up. These are going to pump up. This is going to pump up. They've got 2 blockers. Even if they blocked biggest, they take 2, 4, 6, 8. So yeah, so that was actually lethal. Yeah, so that's a good game against Boros Dragons. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okie dokie, welcome back. So, I'm going first again. Game seems to like me today. This hand's fine. Like, you just see these hands with these decks where it's just like, cantrip spell, a couple crabs. Like, yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna lead off on island here just in case it's an aggressive deck. I don't need to shock here, so I'm just gonna take this hand as well. Okay, possibly control. So they're tapped out. So now's a great time to lead with Draycatcher, and see if this forces a removal spell now. Okay, it does not. So let's go with Sleight of Hand. Suppose take Flow State here. I will just shock this Flow State. I'm not worried about getting out or Burst Lightning something. Like there could be a removal spell. Yeah, there's a perfect. That's fantastic. I actually could not care less because I get the thing that I want, which is to make drakes. And now my opponent is under the gun to do something, and I'm in the driving seat, and I can just hold all this up. Like, this is going to be 3 damage. Again, I'm in absolutely no rush here. Circle the pest control, fine. It looks like it's going to be an S with control deck, which is really cool. Sweet. So that's all done. Again, I'm in no rush. My opponent's not doing anything. I'm not going to give them the opportunity to cast spells in their hand. They may be holding up for an Ultima. If they are, then that's fine. There's a Lightning Helix. I'm just going to bounce this back to my hand because this is the only times I'm going to get to do that. I could have just burst lightning there, but I'm really interested in preserving my opponent's life total here because it's still a 2/2 on board that's still threatening. So let's just force them. If you want to use a removal spell, they got to do it now. Which looks like they may do. Yeah, there's the lightning helix. There's a world where I burst lightning this, but it's fine. Like again, like I say, this is forced my opponent to tap mana. They have a spell snare. That is a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. We're just going to be setting up for these crabs now. And there is loot. Okay, I did think this was going to be some sort of loot shell. So end of turn we will opt. I mean, more crabs the merrier, right? And I am just going to go lightning and face. To set up for double crab, yeah. Yeah, might not quite. Ooh, this is just a straight pass. Okay. I mean, we're going to see. I think there's a Just Go Rev here. This counts target creature enchantment spell, so yeah, it's irrelevant. And like they can't instant speed wipe my board here. Well, they can. Final Showdown is a card that exists. There's a Just Go Rev. As predicted. So I'm going to do this to tap both of these down to get in for 5. And then they're going to look for a sweeper here, which I'm absolutely fine with. Because it's not kicked, they only get 1 card. So again, if there's a sweeper, I'm just going to get out, bounce them both back to my hand, and just utilise them that way. But this is definitely a sweeper. Okay, no sweeper, no sweeper. Sweeper, no sweeping. Yeah, this is fine. Like you don't. You just got to remember sometimes when you're playing against control to like not necessarily be the first one to blink. And like I'm okay with this. I'm not okay with that. So which one is it? It's on this one. So I'm just gonna burst lightning that. Jeskai Rev. Modes are bounce this, bounce this. Alright, so I'll play blue. Cool. Oh, it was deal 4 damage to it, sure. I'm with you now. That's fine. Just gonna do this, bounce this back to my hand. I'm fine with that. If they've got the counter spell, they've got another spell snare. Like, what are you gonna do there, eh? Yeah, like we're sort of entering the position which you get into with loot decks, which is like, okay, we're very far behind all of a sudden because they've cast Jeskai Revelation like twice. Okay. I think like this is fine. Like I can't hold it back anymore. Like it's just not something you can do. So it's like it is what it is. You just gotta hope you can get in where you can get it. But like yeah, here's Jeskai Rev number 3. Yep. He's really intent on killing one, so I'm gonna do x equals 2 and just I'm gonna try it. I should have maybe done that. No. No, there's no counter spell there. Happy days. Let's do something a bit cheeky here and bounce one. Just because like if they're like aiming to sweep, then this should be sort of okay. Like there's a chance I die here. Like there's a real chance I die here. This is not looking good. Yeah. That's like 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 4. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what can you do? They cast that commander card a bunch of times and it did the thing they wanted it to do. Yeah, come on, you don't need to be here, mate. We know I'm dead. Yeah, grand. Well done. Yeah. Like I presume so this is looks like 4 color. So yeah, there's probably the inevitable defeats in here, but this is where the deck just gets sort of funky. Because I'm just going to bring in a bunch of counter magic. Can I please have my disable straight there? We are. Ah, cool. Can I have my disable straight? There we are. Oh my god, what is this doing? I can hear it clicking on the land, the thing in the background. Yeah, there we are. What else? I did see flashback, so there's potential for that. I like this. What don't I like? This. And what else don't I like? Roaring Furnace, I'm not. Oh my god. I actually hate Arena so bad. It's so bad. I'm going to cut one. No, I'm going to cut one crab. Yeah, I'm going to cut one crab. There we go. I'm going to cut one crab just because I'm hedging against. What's the card called? Actually, I want spell snaring as well. At the expense of a traumatic critique, prismatic charm, a flow state. I just want to head against Rest in Peace, basically. I still want 3 crabs. Yeah, I hear you. Let's just shave on a sleight of hand and then just call that a day. I actually like. I hate Arena at times. Just due to how dark it is. Like, but here we are. Right, so I'm gonna go first. Not that helped me much last game. Okay, this hand's really slow. Yeah, there's nothing going on in this hand. This hand, on the other hand, is rapid. Rapid. Didn't play a red land on turn 1, so I would like to make 3/1/1s and say go. Really hope there's not red land fire magic here, but yeah. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna start beating in. I'm not gonna deploy Drake Hatches. No point. Yeah, fine. Absolutely, yeah, okay with this. No red land, you know. I will make them pay, knowing that they can't take any of the cards in my hand. Control players, man. I'm gonna play it low and slow here. I can get in for another 3 there, but I'd rather hold up the spell pierce. Oh shit. Okay, I forgot about pest control in all fairness. Alright, well let's play this then. Why are they playing pest control? I've not seen, to be fair, I've not seen pest control in any of the lists, but it is what it is, like, it just happens. If they go for loot, I will spell pierce the shit out of it. Gonna look for some action here. Rally's not. Well, Rally's action, but I need some bloody mana. Let's counter spell snare that. I'm fine. Like, if the opponent wants to fight over this, like, this sets up any crab at least. Generally, like, unless it's gonna be get lost here, and no realize even. But yeah, like, at some point, I'm gonna get this in under counter spell. I'm happy to play this into, like, if this hits a sweep, gets hit by a sweeper, gets hit by a sweeper, but I'm gonna have to play this under the counter spell. When you're presented with the options to do so. So now they have to look for a removal spell. This shuts down their options incredibly because some of their removals wasn't 4 mana. 3 mana. I am going to go to combat and see what happens. They will presumably Lightning Helix, yep. To give themselves an extra turn. I'm going to make a weird play here. They have a spell now. Fine. Fine. Okay. I was gonna boomerang basics here anyway, but they are. Okay. Sure. That's fine with me. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I mean, they're playing some very interesting cards here. Sure. Like, I don't really get that, but fine. So this is 10 power. I mean, I can just do like. There's options here, isn't there? I mean, I could just do this, bounce this back to my hand. My opponent's never going to attack out, but there's the opportunity there, I suppose, to find removal. Sure. 1 card in hand is a good one. Unfortunately not. But okay, that's fine. We're going to be playing Rao. And if that last card's counterspell, then that's actually okay. It's not. It's kicked Consult, which is probably the best card they could have had as their last card in hand for them anyway. And then they had to find a negate, which they obviously don't. And I'm just gonna start taking Ral up and just going like it's fine. Like at some point, you do have to either sweep the board or deal with my stuff. So, like he'd have to go swing. Like this is 5, so it requires 3 of them to get through, which means they'd need to swing with at least 4. But my presumption is my opponent will be looking for a removal spell. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they have Jeskai Rev? Yeah, this is the problem. Like Loot does a very good job at doing this sort of gameplay, isn't it? Where it's like I'm just gonna cast really big spells. Like Rao's now gonna get attacked down here, and like yeah, is what it is. Like I'm not mad. Like
I'll search another plane.
so we're gonna play Drake Hatcher here because they know about that anyway. And as I say, if they had counterspell, then I was gonna be very unimpressed with them. But like they're in a target-rich environment here. Like kicked Consult. Like, I'm actually just gonna concede to kick Consult. I can't get back in the game here. Like yeah, opponent had perfects. Like what do you do? Like I'm not trying to be salty, but yeah, like last card in hand after playing Loot is Consult into stock up into Just Go Revelation into a bunch of other stuff like 2 pest controls. Yeah, it is what it is. Like that happens. But anyway, on to the next one. Okay, and we're back in what is officially game number 3, but is actually game number 4 for me. It's the last time I realised I was muted the entire way through. So let's mull this hand on the. I could have kept it on the draw there. This hand's fine. Like I'm probably. Oh no, not checking the land. Probably checking get out here because I haven't really got a lot of care for. I want to. I mean, like it's one of the only things I'm doing, so maybe it's just kind of burst lightning. But if this is an aggressive deck, then I'm going to regret that decision. Yep, sure is. I'm going to hold up the blue because I'm more likely to need to spell. I'm more likely to spell pierce something than I am to burst lightning something. This deck is full of X3s. And yeah, I mean that's immediately paid off. What can I say? Um, just built different, I suppose. I'm just gonna. I need to get a sorcery in the grave, but I would like to just do prismatic charm at the end of my opponent's turn. Here, be mana efficient and just draw to Sveil to draw a card very likely. I also have get out in case there's something horrific. I'm not countering that. That puts enchantment and creature in the graveyard. I think I actually have to let it resolve against all odds. Because if I don't, then okay. I mean, it didn't matter. They put artifacts and creatures in the graveyard anyway. But I'm gonna take 3 here, and I'm really looking for the Jobby What's it. I do want that land. I don't want that burst lightning. I might be taking a big old stinker here. There is a basics, and now basically I want to find the furnace, so one of in the deck, but it's not very likely, but I just need to keep digging towards it and see if I can get there. Basically, why are you still milling cards? It's interesting. I mean, it's going to be what 9. It's going to be way more than that. I'm like, this is a problem. Like, this deck's all X3s. Burst Lightning does nothing against X3s. I'm going to be at 1. Cool. Game's over. Like me getting this out maybe saves me a turn. I don't think it does that much for me, to be honest. I definitely want Spell Snare here. I want Impractical Joke. I want Roaring Furnace. I want Soul Guide Lanterns. Again, I cut this here and I've immediately wanted it every match. Spell Snare's not that good, although it did do fine there. Burst Lightning is pretty horrific. Any other removal? I'm just gonna have to play at least two broadsides. It's an aggressive matchup, so I will cut a talent and a basics. Do I care about carrying creatures or enchantment spells? No, but I also do want to be using it to recur the Roaring Furnaces. So do I want to be doing that? I think if I do that, I'm cutting another talent. And just moving into more like, is it control or like, is it mid range? Because I guess that's what this self bounce deck ultimately wants to do in the end, is sort of control its way into like the middle game where it gets to use its crabs and stuff to overtake. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really played against Gruul Delirium since, well, last few months really, but do you know what? If opponent likes that deck, they should be allowed to play it. Should play first. Yeah, hand looks pretty fun. I will wait on Soul Guide Lantern. We could do some fun stuff here with like bouncing Lantern. Just bouncing on it. Let's play sleight hand. Look for. I'm fine with another basics here. I have Lantern. I have ways to bounce Lantern. If I get duress here, then they've got me. Um, I should have played that tap lander. I'm not. I want to get some value out of this. I'm not just going to play it out because my opponent might have like a interaction piece. Okay, so now we got our value. So I'm gonna go Soul Guide, exile this, bounce it back to my hand, draw a card. Then I'm just gonna play Sleight Hand. I was gonna hold up Opt, but yeah, that's fine. Float State, 100%. That should trigger Float State. No, I don't have an instant. Okay, that's fine. I can cast this Opt and then immediately I've got it, so that's fine. Okay, cool. That's fine. Take a bit of damage here, but like I can soon enough like take over with crabs. Okay, didn't need to see another one of those. Opting, please. What do you have? Burn spell, I presume. Yeah, I want that. Time to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna play around spell pierce. Like, you're more dangerous than you are, but you're more damage. I can kill you easier than I can kill that. It's more damage, but yeah. And then I'll just like follow this up with Soul Guide. Take two here, Soul Guide Lantern them. And now I'm gonna step into the Boomerang basicing my Roaring Furnaces, Furnae, as it were. Exile that fear of missing out. like potentially staring down 10 to something. Yeah, get out, breakout. They love casting breakout. Keen-Eye Curator is interesting. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you, but that's fine. They can't pick. They can pick apart like. Oh, they might just go basics and just like. Oh no, I'm supposed to take the opt. Yeah, they're right. They're with it. That's fine. I take 6 here. I'm not in love with that. This also does slow down the crab somewhat, but that's fine. I just probably need to counter the next spell that comes down. So yeah, just to play that and hold up, get out, and then we take 3 here, go to 4. Yeah, exactly. I think we've seen a lot of sideboard cards, but we've just sort of also not seen a lot of stuff to go with it at the same time. I mean, this might be... Yeah, like, what am I going to do about that? If we're being honest with ourselves for a minute. They had a fairly aggressive hand, like... Tough, really. I'm going to flow state. I'm going to look for something to... yeah, like, perfect. Perfect. I'm going to joke this. And then crab during my opponent's turn to knock down the haste threat. Start combat, crab him. Crab will very likely be staying back on blocking duty for a few turns anyway. Okay, so that gets us through attackers. So that gives us probably another turn, unless that's his burst lightning in hand. I mean, that or they just... Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore. Fine. So, I'm going to cast this. I'm going to cast this. And I'm going to pretend I have a remove spell. And I will very likely go block. If he's got something, they've got something. If they don't, they don't. Sure. I will sacrifice this though. That's fine. We did what we were supposed to. And now I'm hoping that this can set up some sort of proposition here to... Great, yeah, I will take that. I will kill that. Play this, and then I will play around it. I would like to go Soul Guard here, but yeah, this having vigilance is like very very key to being able to survive against these sort of decks. Like this. Okay, cool. We get there. We get there, boys. We get there, boys and girls. Okay, so anything I want to change about this? A null, surprisingly good. Just checking. Because they play artifact creatures and enchantment creatures, so null's actually not that bad. I then probably want to go down a boomerang. No, I want like same amount of boomerangs to bounce my furnaces here. Is there anything else I want to change? Burst lightning out is fine. Broadside, like not being fully in is fine. I think I'm fine with this. Just go back. Go next. It's fine. Sleight of hand finds Roaring Furnace or something to bounce, or we just bounce some stuff at the doors. Yeah, that's right. That's not being turned on turn one, so yeah, we find that. So great. That will be like the stop gap, as it were. Okay, we find more lands. Sweet. Just what I wanted. I should have actually took Island there, to be honest, because I don't really want to be shocking these lands in if I can help it. But I may have to. I'm just going to take a very interesting line of bounce. Bounce. Just like completely tempo this up. Like they do that, and they may even just leave the mana up, or they may spend the mana. I'm fine with them spending mana to take a boomerang basics here. Beam, I guess. Like so much so that I'd rather try and counter something on the way down. We get out. I haven't really taken a lot of damage so far, so like this is fine. I'm fine with that. I will just counter that. We have got a fairly like reactive hand, but I think at any point I find a crab, not necessarily a crab, but like just something else going on, like I'm okay. Like yeah, I'll get up to 3 spells. I'll be going up to 3 spells in graveyard. Like cool. I'm gonna do this now. Just while they've got. I'm gonna discard that, and then I've got the option to opt. But again, I can just pretend like I've got something. So there go to 3 cards now for Beastie. The Legend of Roku. I mean, I was heads up on getting me a Nullin, I suppose. Bushwhack. Play Beastie. So that is fight, isn't it? At which point then I wish to save my Dreadcatcher. I can have it's fight, isn't it? Yeah, I can have a very funny turn here, where if they try and fight, I can double opt and kill that guy. Okay, beasties are up. Goes vacuum, sure. Yeah, there's an instant in there. That's fine. Like yeah, fine. Like it feels like you're clutching at straws here. Please fight my Dreadcatcher. Please. Yeah, I want that. Blowouts. No, you got blown out. Blown out. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely a-okay. Why are they playing so many? I mean, they've not had a terrible turn, considering they got 1 mana kill my own creature. What can I take away here? It's nothing, really. Oh, they've got mana? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, cool. Right. Joke. Sleight of hand. Just gonna do this. I mean, this flips next turn, which is horrific. I mean, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna sleight of hand to try and find something for next turn. Okay, that's terrible. I'm gonna do this. I am priced into saying, okay, if you mill a card, then I'm gonna crack this during my opponent's turn at some point. Doesn't have haste, does it? No. Yeah, that does. Just blow up the graveyard here. Yeah, we've had a fairly reactive draw, and we've only really seen one threat in that. Yeah, one threat. All right, flow state, don't fail me now. You failed me now. Ah! Okay, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, that's just tough. Like that's just bad draws. All right, let's keep it going. Right, back at it again with the white vans. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Hand looks fine. Don't know why I had to think about it so long. It's sorcery instant flow state element crab. Like it can't be that bad. Short of my opponent going main deck rest in peace, then we might have a problem. Okay, this is a weird. I vaguely remember. This is like a what's it called? What's that deck called? Because the problem is like that's not activated and it's a sorcery, so it can always blow out removal. It's the Gear Hulk decks. Yeah, there you are. I mean, phenomenal, stunning. I'll take Crab. This is the rhythm of the night. Oh, night. Oh, yeah. Is this my Reebok or my Nike? I should have really looked before I did that. I'm fine with them playing a Get Hulk here. Well, to a degree, actually. I probably should consider that they play Get Hulk might get Soul Guard Lantern. But that's fine if they do. We can rebuild. They do not. Say interest. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you pick up Gear Hulk here. This is gonna be dead as dead as hell, as I believe Lizzo used to say. Pick this up, draw a card. Don't draw that. Cool. Unapoloid! Picking up non-land permanent, so you can pick up nothing if you like. I would love another land here. Like, I think like this game's gonna be over. Personally. But that's the only major concern point here. So I'm just going to play this Furnace, kill this Boroid, just to make sure they can't get the really easy Harmonize, and I'm just going to hold up my Burst Lightning. Okay, so we're just basically setting up to a position where I'm going to be able to grab this game. Grab this game. Sure. Uraboroid! Uraboroid. Okay. Let's just burst lightning that. No, I can't kill that, so that's fine. If I find land boomerang basics, I can kill that. Well, that is land. I mean, let's take the lands that don't hurt me. Yeah, fine. Or aboard, or aboard. Lay down, Weaver. Let's tap down you and you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do this and still play double crab. Yep, fine. Haven't done the maths here, but I don't think it's good for me. Cool. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Crab's busted, man. And have I got a boomerang bait? I do. I literally am the best player in this game. No way do you have something that can interact with a sorcery specifically. I suppose I can tap him and let some tap a mana, I guess. Oh, I'm just getting salty roped here. Because this is lethal. I'm gonna yeah, come on. Right, Uraboroid. Let's do some of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's bad? Spell Pierce is pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, a null's not horrific. I'm not in love with it though. So, do I care about spells now? They didn't really play a lot of twos there. Like the only two I saw was Leyline Weaver. One presumes Cubs in the deck, so probably have to put Spell Snare in. Storm Chaser's talent, although it was very great there, sort of looked very much like a joke. So I'd like to cut down 3, just down to 1, just so it's like it's there and it's a thing that can happen if you get in under the right circumstances. But just basically, I want to have a bunch of removal here. And do I care about Row? Not really. So let's just run that back. Now my opponent, I do have to be aware about my opponent giving Gearhulk picking up Soul Guide Lantern. So you just need to be aware of that when it comes to not being too greedy with crabs. I mean, if this hand sees lands, I should win this game almost immediately. Like, Gene. Ah, cool. So I'm actually just gonna be slighting for lands here, to be honest. Like, in any normal circumstances, I take Drake Hatcher there, but this hand just says like win the game if you're a opponent. There's Boba. There is my friend the Boba. No follow-up play to that, which indicates there's no second curve, which means this is fine to do now. The most they can have is okay. That's interesting. That works like that. Didn't know that. If they untap, can they go straight into it? No, they can only go to 3, so I'm just going to broadside this during my opponent's turn, or if they play a thingamabobby. Yeah, that's it. That's a counter spelling. You better believe that's a counter spelling. I want to set up to where I can bounce the seam rip. Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna kill this now. Sort of incentivize my opponent to go tick on Fable, Figure of Fable, Leatherhead, Fire. Again, I'm just gonna counter it. I would have liked to set up to bounce my Furnace, but it is what it is. Like, I can't. There's not much I can do about it. I haven't got the mana. Okay, well there's another one, so it doesn't matter, does it? This will do 3 damage, yes. And then I will bounce it immediately to not like sort of hang it out there for removal. And this is what I talked about, like, you know, if I just drew lands, I was going to win the game because this hand is just insane at killing opponent's creatures. Yeah. I do tap out, like, yeah, they're doing Abandon their Temple shenanigans. Again, let's just do this low and slow. Let's get Seeming Sauna out there. They can't seem rip that. Play this tapped. And then let's just start drawing some extra cards. Like, I'm not under any pressure, so there's no reason for me to try and end this game quicker. So, like, you know, when you were looking at Abandoned Air Temple, yeah, and that's it. They can see to that because they know at some point I'm gonna keep now drawing a removal spell. I've left a removal spell on the table that they can't really meaningfully interact with, and yeah, like this hand was great. Like a bunch of get outs, sleight of hands, like just get out, just proving its worth there, like intently, like killing the Boba on turn 2, countering the Bright Glass, countering the Leatherhead. Cards nuts. Three, 2, 1. Okay, we are back in it. Hopefully for the last game. Hopefully our opponent doesn't skip turn 1 this time. We've had a few issues with opponents and their connections, or you know, actually playing the game. So hopefully we can get some good content for you all. Opponent goes first. I see a hand of Drake Hatcher, Spell Pierce, Burst Lightnings. I am absolutely A-okay with this. This is a very reactive hand, but that's absolutely fine. We'll see what we're against now. If there's any green deck, I'm slamming to Drake Hatcher on turn 2. Ooh, I'm going to be holding out Spell Pierce on turn 2, I believe, because I think this might be the Golgari mid deck. And sometimes they play Unholy Annex. Okay, it's just Badger Milk up. Screw me. I'll just Burst Lightning this now. They could still be it, but I'm like, if they are, they are. I do need to, but if they're not, I want to be putting pressure on with Drake Hatcher. So they could go like, okay, either they are like, okay, they're missing land drops. That's unfortunate for them. I'm just going to shock this in, and we're just going to go into combat. And Drake Hatcher hasn't looked too bad so far. I will say that. Terminus of Return. I will Spell Pierce that, given the opportunity to do so. It's very funny. Unfortunately, I also have a second Spell Pierce. I'm sorry, this game's not going to go well for you. I draw my 2 Spell Pierce in my deck into my hand, and yeah, it's not looking bueno. I'm just gonna flow state now. I don't think I can hold to be greedy for it. I will take sleight of hand here. In my opponent's upkeep, I will be burst lightning them. I will take Press My Charm here. Choose more cards. Choked on lands, and I'm going to doing that in your upkeep to choke you further on lands. Draycatcher is going to have the Sheriff shot. I will make my 2/2. Tap you out for this turn, very likely. I would, if I draw a land and I've got Steaming Sauna going on this turn, it's going to be great. Okay, they do get to cast their Moss with Dread Knight. Or kill this. Oh, which one do you take? They're both pretty good. This represents longer term value if I draw a land. This represents it's better at this second. And you probably were right, to be fair there. There's no reason for me to go in on this. Sure, that can resolve. This is going to slow the game right down here. Unless he just wants to down second destroy it. Yeah, that's fine. But now I'm a crab off of like just ruining their day basically. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna keep this because this also gives me another 2 cards. Oh wait, no, I just untap because then I get to do X's 2 and kill this. Let's go Boomerang Basics. It's not looking like it's not like super duper. Oh, they're dead, but like they've had like some pretty rough turns. Here's Moss with Dread Knight. So I am going to be playing Draycatcher on my turn, and it's ready to cast Eddie Merc. I will take 3. I'm not blocking here. I want to tap. Sure. That goes. And then I cast Eddie Crab. I would like to untap and flow state into a bunch of nothing, which is unfortunate. I will get in for 5. I will bounce Eddie Merc to stop any sorcery speed and shenanigans. And pass a turn. Again, I'll take 3. If my opponent will offer me the trade, I will take 3. They will not. I will still flash this back in. They can make a blocker here. I know I can see the Soulstone Sanctuary, but we just tap this down. And we tap them out, force the block, and then kick this Burst Lightning. Oh yeah, like this is just this hand lined up phenomenally well against what my opponent was doing. So this is like the mid-rangey. This is actual factual like mid-range control-esque. So Spellsnare seems fine. Stroke seems fine. I only saw really Delian Fell. So maybe not on Stroke. Stroke is maybe is potential. Negate seems fine. Joke seems good. Furnace seems good. This game might go long, so I would like to do Row. No. They're playing the what is the Soulstone versions, so there's that. But that's covered by Snare. So what's bad is the aggro-y stuff. So I want to cut. They are playing Badger more, but I do want to cut down on that. This is fine. I think we shave a cantrip. We shave 1 basics, and a Draycatcher's fine. Like it's just Draycatcher going down is just investment that that you can blow out. His hand is like fine. You know, it's been hoisted by Prismaria Charm here. Yeah, I presume this was an elf deck of some variety. Let's just say this taps, like it is what it is. You may arrest me. I mean, if you like, he knows it's there. Like leaving it in hand just gives me the opportunity for what is essentially a late game threat to be removed. Like it's just not worth it. I'm going to be playing this on blue. Let's go with red, just in case. It's going to enter taps, and any like threat here is just going to be countered. He doesn't know about the gate, so he might just run out Deli and Fell here. But I'm in absolutely no rush. My opponent's not threatening me in any meaningful way. There's no reason for me to cast Rail Crackling Wit into open mana on my opponent's side. There's Deli and Fell, and there's a negate. Thank you, sir. This is now the best time to get this under a counter spell. And a removal spell even. Let's make it a deed. And now we're feeling fine. Like they've got to spend mana to kill my stuff. The most they like if they might be able to kill that. I'm not. This is why I didn't. Yeah, there we are. Okay. I mean, yeah, fine. Like that's the punish, I suppose. Is that if I don't level up, it gets hit by Witherbloom Charm. But fine. Like it's not the end game I'm essentially aiming for. Put that to the bottom. Okay. I want to be able to bounce my crab if it comes to it, so I'm just gonna do this and see if the opponent wants to make a trade. They don't. Good on ya. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Pick it up. And then he might try and move it again, and then I spell pierce again. Nope. Oh, I might have got blown out by spell pierce there, to be fair. But this is a perfect spell pierce target. Don't let him draw cards, basically. Keep him in the bin. If you kills that, fine. I don't really care less. Kill me auto. Gulp.
Follow my instructions, and you might survive. The right spell turns poison
Let's say if there's a last card in hand, a removal spell. It's not. I would like to cast this spell to kill Delian Fell. You know, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. Like, you know, it's there. Let's go with Get Out. This should protect us adequately against forces beyond our control.
Didn't stop me before.
Just gonna cast that, sure. Yeah, okay with that. Last card in hand is removal spell. You're very quickly going to be losing this game. Yeah, trade. Okay. Be my guest. Be my guest. I am absolutely under no pressure to do anything here. Sure. 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 Yeah, fine. I actually don't like either of these, to be fair. That I like a lot more. This should force like a number of issues here, namely we crab you, crab you. Yeah, you had it here first. Grab's broken. Well, there we have it. A couple of games for you guys to sink your teeth into. I think this deck is pretty phenomenal. I mean, we had some issues against a couple of decks where maybe Slickshot or the Pony, the Colour Source Stallion, would have been a bit better. But Drake Hatcher was serviceable. I guess against a lot of the aggro and aggressive decks, it was phenomenal. The ability to attack and still block. Vigilance is still a powerful keyword. Crab is continuing to be an absolutely phenomenal card in the formats. Flow state is amazing, and we just have this, great suite of spells: Boomerang, Basic Storm, Ace of Talent, Sleight of Hand, Odds. All of it just sort of is this confluence of factors which leads to you having a really solid deck. So yeah, this deck was fun. Is Drake Hatcher going to be new meta? Who knows? The only way to find out is get out there, go play some games on Arena, go play your games in your local game store, and have some fun. But just a reminder, just a little like tail at the end here, just sort of tie in with the beginning, is that once again, Full Fire TCG is a place for all your singles and sealed products. If you want Magic the Gathering, if you want One Piece, if you want Yu-Gi-Oh, if you want Pokemon, they've got it. Go down there and get yourself a deal. It is in store only, so you get the best prices. No selling on the internet for significantly higher. But without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys stick around. We should have hopefully some more arena gameplay on the channel soon. London is coming. I'm hoping to have some sort of video for London. No promises, but would like to do something. But yeah, without further ado, after lots of ado, peace out.